Hey, Jack, I have three first basemen in our fantasy baseball league. Do you by any chance want Jose Abreu?
Oh, I'd love him. I need a first baseman. How about Ichiro Suzuki?
I am looking for an outfielder, but Ichiro is the fourth outfielder on their team. He doesn't even play.
Ichiro Suzuki and I go back 12 years since I was a kid. He's been great his whole career.
Okay, I mean, maybe I'll give you Giovanni Soto for him. I don't know if that's a fair deal. But
Giovanni Soto? Come on.
I mean, he's been a Chicago player for a long time. He's pretty good.
The endowment effect was a study done to show the concept that people place greater value on things once they have established ownership. This is especially true on things that wouldn't normally be bought or sold on the market, usually with items that are symbolic or have emotional significance. In our previous fantasy baseball trade, Mr. Ganchrow thought that Ichiro Suzuki was a fair trade for Jose Abreu. While Ichiro Suzuki is not on most fantasy baseball teams, Mr. Ganchrow felt that since he has had Ichiro for many years and Ichiro has produced at a high level, he still feels that he is an equal value to Jose Abreu. Mr. Warso countered with Giovanni Soto. Giovanni Soto is a player who now plays for the Chicago White Sox and also played for the Chicago Cubs. Mr. Warso, being from Chicago, values Giovanni Soto as a good player, although he really has batted .200 throughout his career and has really not been very good. The endowment effect has made a big impact on both of these fantasy team owners. The Common, Knecht, and Thaler experiment was done at Cornell University. The students involved in the experiment were given a Cornell mug to examine. This mug had a $6 value at the school bookstore. Only half of the students were given the mug to take home. The students who took the mug home were instructed to bring the mug back the next day. All of the students were asked to write down how much they would pay for the mug. The students who took the mug home evaluated the mug at an average of $8. The students who did not take the mug home evaluated the mug at an average of $4. The endowment effect can be described as inconsistent with standard economic theory, which asserts a person's willingness to pay for a good should equal willingness to accept compensation to be deprived of the good.
There are many practical examples in which the endowment effect impacts the consumer market. One perfect example is the sale of a home. Oftentimes, a homeowner's asking price for their house is much higher than the house's actual market value. One major reason for this is because of the endowment effect. Many homeowners are reluctant to sell their homes because of their emotional attachment. This might be the home that they grew up in or where they raised their family, and the home holds countless priceless memories. In addition to the emotional attachment, their personal taste and materialism also may impact their over-evaluation. They love the decor, landscaping, and architectural design of the house, and they think that it is perfect or ideal, whereas a potential buyer may not have the same materialistic tastes and therefore will not value these things in the same way.
The endowment effect also has a big impact on the secondhand market. One prime example is reselling sports tickets. For Mother's Day, Mr. Ganchrow bought tickets to the New York Red Bulls Major League Soccer game as a surprise gift for his mother. Unfortunately, the plans fell through and Mr. Ganchrow was left with 2 tickets to the game. Because this event was for a special occasion, he was emotionally attached to the tickets and was hesitant to let them go. This led to the following encounter.
You want 2 tickets?
Yeah, sure. How much is it for?
$100.
$100? $50 is what they're worth.
A perfect way to decrease the endowment effect from a consumer's standpoint is to realize that people become emotionally attached to an item and therefore connecting emotionally with the seller may lead to the seller bringing the price down. Kahneman, Knecht, and Thaler's study about the endowment effect shows us that once someone owns an item, they are more likely to charge more than the market value to sell the item, and they will evaluate the item at a higher price than someone who doesn't own the item. The endowment effect plays a major impact when someone has an emotional connection to an item. The fantasy baseball trade, the house for sale, and the MLS tickets are all clear practical examples where the endowment effect makes an impact in consumer behavior.